going on, guys? Welcome back to Leafs Chatter. Leafs win 6-4 against the Anaheim Ducks. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good game. We'll get into it in a second, but this game here, we have different lineups going into it. Pretty much similar, but they got Bo on that third pair on the third line there, centering Michelli, and he's got Robertson on the wing as well. And they called up Pizzetta for this game. So this is Pizzetta's first game as a Maple Leaf. He played with the Marlies. He was here for training camp, and I thought he played pretty good in training camp. I thought he was going to make the team. I thought that was the type of player that this team needed to kind of bring you into the game. But unfortunately, they didn't end up doing that, and they just called him up now. So hopefully he doesn't go back. I personally don't think he should go back. So he should stay up here for the remainder of the season and potentially going into next season. But going into some of the stats of the game before we get into the goals, face-offs, I mean, they weren't that good, honestly. Anaheim wasn't that good in the face-off dot. We had 56.6 and they had 43.4, so we're good in the face-offs pretty much all night. We did get outshot, obviously. That's just a Leaf thing. Even for having 7 power plays, we got outshot. But we did out hit them. Maybe not at the start, but once, shit started getting crazy, that's when it started to get more physical, and we'll get into that in a second. But overall, went 3 for 7 for power plays. That's not that bad. And our PK was really good. 0 for 5, they couldn't score. So that's awesome. Going into the goals, though, it's going to be tough to go through every single goal. But Michelli got it started. Michelli, unassisted, just took it and ripped it. He's got a good shot. He should be shooting more. But we got the first goal of the game. First off, Pizzetta to scrap. He fought, I don't even know what the guy's name is, but he got into a fight, gets the crowd going. This is the shit that we need. This is what we needed. You get that, and now look. It generates momentum, pulls everybody into the game. Michelli scores a goal. But just like the Leafs and how they usually are, they give up a goal shortly after. And Gauthier got it. And, it was a good goal. It was a solid goal. And then Moore ended up getting one right after. That's when I was like, okay, this is going off the rails. It's going off the rails. Pizzetta just got into a fight, bringing you guys into this game, and now this shit happens. But then there's a goal right out, pretty much 2 minutes into the second, or 3 minutes into the second, they scored another one. And at that point, I was like, what the hell's going on? But then Matthews ended up getting one, and that was huge. Matthews got a nice fucking goal there. It squeaked by Dostal, and you love to see that. Now, it was a little bit later where shit started to go off. It started being crazy. So Matthews scores that goal. And then later on in the second, Radko, Gudas, knee on knees, Matthews. And I'm going to try not to be too loud for people who have headphones, but he fucking knee on knees him, okay? Dirtiest fucking player. He took out Sid. He took out Sid in the Olympics. That's Scum. He's been known for this type of shit. He was nowhere near the puck. There is nowhere he was going to get Matthews, but he stuck out his leg and he fucking knee on kneed him. Like, what a bitch move. What a fucking bitch move. I actually can't believe what I saw. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's Radko Gudas, so of course. But this is the lack of response. Look at what happened. So Matthews is on the ground there. Look at everyone there. Willie's just skating around. Cowan's skating. No one did anything. Carlo did go, and I think Riley did go, but they didn't feed him any punches, nothing. If that was any other team, if that was Tampa, Boston, Florida, honestly, name any team, even Chicago, San Jose, like teams that you wouldn't really think would have any like toughish dudes, doesn't even matter. They would jump Radko Gudas. They would fuck him up no matter what. The fact that you don't do that for your captain is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Those guys should have been fucking benched for the shit that they just pulled. And the reason why I get upset is because, first off, any team would do that. Doesn't matter who you are on your fucking team. You don't have to be a scrapper. You just get in there and you fucking stand up for your captain. You stand up for your teammates regardless. It doesn't have to be your captain. In this case, it just happened to be the best player on the team. So this shit happened. No one did anything. And the reason I get upset, and this is, I'm not even going to talk about the remainder of the goals right now. The reason I get upset is because Johnny ends up scoring, okay, on the power play that we get from it. But no response, okay, even after that. And then it goes into intermission, okay? Craig's probably giving them a fucking earful. I imagine he must be giving them an earful. It's like because then they came out and they weren't even playing the same brand of hockey. They were playing a completely different brand of hockey. And if they played like that from the start of the season, we would be in a playoff spot right now, guaranteed, guaranteed. But we don't. We don't play like that every night, and that's what happens. But they come. I'll give them props just for coming out and finishing the rest of the game more physically and how you're supposed to play the game. But the lack of response, the fact that you need your coach to tell you that this shit is wrong, what the hell are you doing? You go out there, you step up for your captain. You better fucking give it to them next period. Like you shouldn't have to have the coach say that. This is literally a like this. This is a game within the game. Okay, this is a game within the game. As a hockey player, you have to understand that. Someone snows your goalie. Someone fucking hits your goalie. Someone runs your best player, runs a rookie. You fucking step in there and you do whatever you can. You do whatever you can. And that's just something they don't have. They don't fucking have it. Pez has it. Cowan ended up doing it later. I don't know if they're scared to take penalties and Berube's just, anal about penalties, but Berube was a fighter. I don't think he's gonna get upset if you do that shit. I don't think he's gonna care. But I'm going over now in terms of what I'm talking about. I'm just ranting, but it's true. It's literally true. They ended up coming back with some pushback, okay? I'll give them that. I just don't like how long it took for them to do that. And I hate how nobody on that line did anything. It was Cowan, it was Carlo, Riley, and Cowan. I don't know if I already said Cowan. It was Cowan, Nylander, Riley, Carlo. Those are the four guys that were on the ice when Matthews got hurt. No one did anything. Did fuck all. So, I don't know. I'm pissed about that. But again, they started the third way more physical. It says we threw like 30 or 40 hits or whatever. I bet you over half of those were just in that third period. It was getting dirty. It was getting dirty. But yeah, just sorry. Getting back to the game, we started the third period. We had a 5-minute power play. Johnny scored, Willie scored, and then we took a penalty, and then Big Bo with a nice shorthanded goal. He fucking ripped it. I didn't really see Quillen at all, to be honest. I don't know if Chief just wasn't playing him, but I thought Bo and Pizzetta played amazing tonight. I thought Bo was playing physical. He played fast. He was generating chances. Pizzetta was getting pucks in deep, laying monster hits. Like, he fucking crunched Lacombe into the boards. Like, that's one of their young defensemen. Like, that's what you have to do. You take runs at people. Willie started hitting. Nyes was throwing body around, which I've been missing. He hasn't done it in so long. Domi ended up getting kicked out of the game because he threw some punches at a guy. Cowan drops the gloves, which was awesome. That was so sick to see him do that. This is what the team's got to start doing. You play together. Who cares? You bring that nastiness to the team. That should always be there. That should never not be on your team. But yeah, I just want to get through these goals. Sorry, then Nyes ends up getting an empty netter, and then Kaloran got a little flukish goal. It kind of squeaked by Waller there, and then a little bit of scrum after the whistle to end the game with McCabe. That's pretty much how the game was. Now, looking at the stats, I mean, it is what it is. Look at all the penalty minutes, but look at all the hits thrown. Obviously, like a guy like Cali Yarncroke, man, I think Joshua would have benefited this game way more than Cali Yarncroke, especially because how physical it was. I have nothing good to say about Cali Yarncroke. I hope he never plays a game again because he literally does fuck all. Everyone was telling me, he's like, oh, but he's a righty. He's a righty. Who cares if he's a fucking righty? I don't give a shit. How about lefties? I honestly couldn't care. It's a fourth line checking line. Just fucking go out there and hit. See how much space Pizzetta was giving people because he was just hitting, and they're scared. It put strain on the D. There was a freaking turnover. After he hit Lacombe, Lacombe got the puck again, turned it over because you saw Pez charging at him. You're taking away time and space. It's literally not rocket science. We should be doing this every single goddamn fucking game. Ridiculous. But yeah, look at everyone. They did pretty good. Nice 4 point game. Michelli 3 point game. Nylander 2 point game. Johnny 2 point game. Bo with a goal. Matthews with a goal. But just look at the hits, man. You got Myers throwing his body around. I don't even care about the minuses. I don't give a shit. I don't. I honestly can care less. Pizzetta was on the ice for a goal. It wasn't his fault. He got into a nice scrap, got the boys going, laid some big fucking hits. You leave that guy in there. I swear to God, if next game Yarncroke is in there, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. It should be a fourth line of Quillen or Lorentz. I don't care whichever one you want to put in. I'm honestly fine with Quillen, but if you want a really big fourth line, you could throw Lorentz in there, throw Joshua, throw Pez. That line's just going to hit everything that moves. And then I thought Waller played good tonight. I thought Waller played pretty good. So, honestly, nothing bad to say other than the lack of response by those guys. I mean, Riley ended up kind of getting into a little scrum later on as well. But again, you should be doing that from the start. Who cares if it's Radko Gudas? He was on the floor. Someone should have just grabbed his head and just started feeding him. Feeding him. Who gives a shit? Who cares if you get kicked out of the game? Who cares if you get fined? That's probably the best $5,000 you'd ever spend. So that's just my take on it. I think the Leafs are a little soft, but then Berube probably gave him a fucking earful, and then they started playing the right way. But it shouldn't take a coach to do that, and that's why everyone who's saying it's Berube's fault, it's not. It's the players. It's the fucking players. The reason why this, don't get me wrong, he does make terrible line combinations sometimes, and like for example, leaving Calle Yarncroke in the lineup. I can get behind that. But the actual style of play, the team has to have the heart. The team has to have the passion. It can't just be Scott Lawton. It was literally just him. It can't be just Pizzetta. Everyone's got to chip in. Everyone chips in, look what happens. You become an unstoppable force. They couldn't even get into our zone after because we kept fucking hitting them. Like, they're a young team. They're a really young team. They have some older fucking guys that are all scumbags, but they're like mainly a young team. You be physical with them. You throw your weight around. You make it tough on them. Though that's where teams like that shrivel up. Overall, though, I hope they just keep Peasant. I thought he had a great game. I thought you play a little bit taller. I think that's just how it is. You play a little bit taller when you have a tough guy on your team. And why do you think every fucking team has one? Why do you think Tampa has Scott Sabrin? For when shit goes like this, who cares if he plays 5-6 minutes a night? He's going to run people into the boards, and that's what Pez does. So you need to have, I think, a physical guy like that because he's going to help everyone else play bigger. But hopefully, though, Matthews is okay. Gudas is a scumbag. We could all agree on that. But, yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It's good that we got a win, but I also want us to tank. So as long as games are entertaining like this and, maybe we keep losing in a sense, I'm perfectly fine with that. As long as the games are entertaining. I don't care if we win or lose. I'd prefer we lose, but whatever. But yeah, that's it for this one though, guys. I'll make a video for the next game. I don't even check the schedule, so I don't even know who we play, but I'll make a video for that one there. And yeah, that's it for this one though, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.